Rexa is everything that's wrong with the world. Let me tell you why. There have been recent text messages that she has leaked from a private conversation with her boyfriend about, I guess, her recent weight gain that she has gone through. And she asks her boyfriend, we don't see that part of the text, but we see she leaks a text message from her boyfriend where apparently before, which she didn't show the parts before, or the text messages before, apparently she had asked her boyfriend, how do I look with this new weight, or something of that nature, or are you still attracted to me even though I've gained 35 pounds? And she leaks his text message, and I'll put it here so you guys can see it. I'll leave it for, as long as I can. And this dude basically says, in a very loving way, says, I still love you, I think you're beautiful, I'm attracted to you, but I'm going to be honest with you. Your face has changed. You've gained 35 pounds. Basically saying, like, I'm less attracted to you and you need to lose weight. He says in the text, too, I gained 3 pounds and you call me chubs and make fun of me. He's like, girl, you've gained 35 pounds. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm not as attracted to you as I was. And what she does, what this immature child named Bebe Rexha does, is she goes and leaks the text messages to her Instagram, basically putting her dude on blast and like showing that she's like trying to implicate or trying to insinuate that she's being abused or that her boyfriend is just, emotionally abusive and this is just not okay. It turns into these stories, all these outlets pick it up. And now everyone knows her and her boyfriend's business, and her boyfriend didn't do anything wrong. He just gave an honest answer, and she's freaking out, acting as if he did something wrong, mad at him for telling the truth. And this is one of the biggest problems, I think, with the world, is that we're so sensitive and we can't handle anyone saying anything that's like just remotely honest. I mean, this girl asked for, he even says it. He's like, you asked, so I'm answering, meaning she must have asked in a previous text message. And he says, would you rather I lie? It's like, you asked the man you asked your guy if he's still attracted to you or whatever you asked him. And he's being honest with you. Women are always saying how much they want honesty. He's being honest with you. You just don't want honesty about this because you're running from it. And this is so much of what's wrong with the world. It's just we can't handle any sort of feedback. We can't handle any sort of feedback that isn't entirely positive or just overwhelmingly validating. We just can't handle it. And then we call that person judgmental and that person's a jerk and there's something wrong with them. And oh, no, the spiritual term. Oh, well, they're just projecting. They're projecting their insecurities onto me. No, he's being honest with you. Is why it's one of the big reasons why the spiritual community is just a bunch of bullshit, because it's basically just giving people excuses and giving them these like key like esoteric words like or key like kind of niche specific esoteric words like projecting and goddess and queen and sacred masculine and divine feminine, all these bullshit words that like really don't mean anything. You just give people excuses to essentially just do whatever they want without any sort of consequences or looking at their behavior or looking how what they're currently doing in the moment is going to have a compound effect and negatively affect them in the future and how they're going to pay for they're going to experience the ramifications for these current decisions and how they're responsible for the ramifications of those decisions. There's none of that. There's no accountability. There's just nothing. And it's like women, especially women nowadays, they're just encouraged and called queens and princesses for doing absolutely nothing. And the amount of women I've seen even like talk about this on news outlets, TMZ, that this dude's being abusive, this guy's a jerk, he should have been supportive. This is support. What do you want him to lie? Or is she going to gain another 30? Is she just going to turn into a damn whale? And he's just supposed to sit there and be okay with that? Like that's so disrespectful. This dude honestly should have dumped her probably way before this. I mean, he probably should have dumped her after 10, 15 pounds if she wasn't doing anything about it. He should have genuinely just ended the relationship. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, to call this man abusive, to say he's doing something wrong when he did nothing, he's just being honest. See, he says in the text message, he's like, when I gain 3 pounds, you call me chubs. You call me fat. You've gained 35. That's a big bitch. That's a big bitch. He's not feeling the fatty vibes, okay? He's not down with that. He's like, your face has shifted. It looks like you permanently have, one Twinkie in each side of your cheek, and I'm just supposed to be okay with that. And this guy probably wouldn't have even told her if she didn't ask. I mean, maybe not. I don't know the whole situation, but it's like, this dude is being honest with you. Women are always talking about how they want a guy to be vulnerable and be honest. until it comes time to be vulnerable and honest. Now she doesn't like that, right? Because they want this delusional Cinderella story as if he's just going to share all his insecurities and he's just going to be apologizing and just being honest and just capitulating and giving you everything you need emotionally. This is the bullshit that women are sold. Well, part of honesty is also this. Saying when you don't like something, setting boundaries. Yeah, it's admitting when you mess up and admitting when you do something wrong 100%. I'm not saying it's not. And there's many men who, could probably work on that. There's plenty of women who could work on that too, as we can see here. But this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, this is just complete bullshit. To say that he is being abusive in any way, shape, or form is just so inappropriate and honestly just offensive and just not applicable and just honestly just insulting to the man himself to say that he is being insulting to her. I mean, that's just so childish and petulant and just delusional, So this guy did nothing wrong, and more people need to learn that there are consequences to your actions. And when you gain 35 pounds, there are consequences to that. When you don't go to the gym, there's consequences to that, whatever it is. Now, apparently, I will say she does have PCOS which is, I believe, something about ovarian cysts or something of that nature. And I did some research that does contribute to some sort of weight gain, but not 35 pounds. That's a lot. And I bet if we looked at her eating log and how she's been eating over the past 3 months, I bet we'd find it's probably not so good. I bet we'd find she's eating huge proportions. I bet she's eating things she's not supposed to be eating. Okay. And also, too, that doesn't mean you can't lose weight on PCOS. I looked it up and you can. It might be more challenging, but you can still do it. I can almost guarantee she did not gain 35 pounds of weight from PCOS. It's how she's living. It's how she's eating and not taking care of herself. So this is absolutely ridiculous. This guy did nothing wrong. Men, assert your standards, assert your boundaries. You should be going to the gym too. This is why as a man, you should always be in really, really good shape so you can be a leader in your relationship. So when your girl, if she does start getting out of shape, you can call her out on it quickly and be like, hey, listen, I'm in shape. I'm staying in shape. I'm hitting the gym this many days a week. I'm training this. I'm training that. You need to be doing that too. And if you're not, it's a problem. But you need to be in the gym first as a man to show her and lead from a position of truth and experiencing it yourself, and just essentially honest leadership, because you're actually being what you say. You're following your own advice. And, if your girl doesn't want to do that and she doesn't improve and she wants to sit there and continually gain weight, then break up with her. So yeah, this guy did nothing wrong. Men, assert your boundaries with women. Be upfront. Tell them how you feel, even if it hurts their feelings a little bit. The truth is the truth. The truth will set you free or enslave you. So that's it for now. This is The Elusive Truth, and until next time.